The Wall Street Journal is reporting that the social network weighed the idea of actually charging companies for access to user data. The report cites internal emails from Facebook executives between 2012 and 2014. Those emails also reportedly show that Facebook talked about pushing some advertisers to spend more in return for increased user information access. Facebook doesn't deny these emails, but says that they were taken out of context and notes that they have never sold any user data. And I was just talking with Andrew in the break about this. Right. Reading the story last night, I was kind of thinking, okay, I guess the good news is they talked about this and decided not to do it, but you're still basically selling the information anyway by selling it to advertisers through saying we're going to do X, Y, and Z, or giving it away. I guess the good news is they didn't do it, but I guess the bigger question is they thought about actually doing this.
I think it's more about the demonstration of the internal psychology inside the company, that they would think that it was okay to even have a real conversation about selling the data, what that means. Unclear, by the way, what data is actually given or shared with advertisers, how that works today relative to what they might have been thinking about. It's possible that under what they were talking about, they actually could have provided the actual data. So right now, for example, the advertiser can't really
see who you are.
See the data. Unclear from these emails exactly what they would have been providing, but I think it's more a demonstration that, to the extent that you'd want a company to be very careful with your data, that they were willing to at least engage in this conversation.
I mean, it's not a secret.
But that's something that happens.
A decision 4 years ago that a lot of companies, technology companies, had to make. Are we going to go down this road or not? Some chose to do it, some didn't. And the ones who didn't are the ones who are kind of saying these guys need to be regulated now. If you think of Tim Cook or if you think of Ginny Rometty and some of the things that they've made.
Right. In terms of
saying we decided not to build these databases or have this access to this information or decide to even think about selling it. It was a decision that companies everywhere had to make a few years ago.
If there was a way to, you can bet on everything now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right, so with Bezos's comments in mind about all companies eventually fail.
Right.
Given what Facebook is facing right now, you saw the high, 220 or whatever. Yep. Just it will exceed that high at some point in the future, or it will not exceed that high at some point in the future. You make money on the over and under. Does it go back above that, or is it?
I don't think I'd bet against Mark Zuckerberg at this point.
What do you think?
I think it may very well go back, but it will take a long.
It was like seven. What was the market cap? It will take a very long time. I
think there's two issues, and they need to get separated.
Do you think people 5 years from now are still going to be?
But that's the bigger point. The bigger point is the trend lines on Facebook. We'll call it Facebook Classic, because Instagram's a different story. But Facebook Classic, the trends are not in their favor. Right. That's a separate story to me.
Instagram?
No. It's a separate story than this larger conversation about the regulatory.
The European model, if that comes
issue.
Here,
And that's sort of hard to weigh. It's sort of hard to weigh how people are going to use Instagram, whether another service is going to emerge.
It's not over for Instagram because I'm not on it yet. So I got on.
You're not on Facebook either, so.
No, that's what Facebook.
They haven't jumped.
Either one.
Yet.
I can't talk to anyone on MySpace anymore.